Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone and welcome. This is Ashrama Shukla, your current affairs and banking awareness faculty on Entry platform. And in this video, I'll be talking about daily news events. The discussion is going to involve all the major news highlights that have been there in the past day and which are important from examination point of view. The discussion is going to involve the highlights and therefore it's a theory session, whereas for those who want to practice questions also, for them we have everyday live quiz on Entry platform. You can take that quiz for your everyday practice. Starting on the discussion, the first news event is that Government of India has announced that the rate of interest on small savings scheme for the third quarter, that is October to December 2021-22, are going to be unchanged as for the last quarter, that is for July to September 2021-22. West Bengal is the state with highest contribution to small savings scheme, whereas the second most contributions in small savings scheme came from Uttar Pradesh. Having a look at what is the percentage of interest that has been kept on these schemes, that is what was the last interest, because that is what which has been retained. So that being small savings deposits have interest rate of 4%. SCSS, Senior Citizen Savings Scheme, at 7.4%, PPF, Public Provident Fund Account, at 7.1%, National Savings Certificate 6.8%, Kisan Vikas Patra 6.9%, maturities of 124 months, and Sukanya Samriddhi accounts at 7.6%. On a quarterly basis, you must remember that these savings accounts revise their interest rates as well. Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has launched the second phase of the two flagship missions, them being namely Swachh Bharat Mission Urban and Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation Amrut. SBM Urban 2.0 and Amrut 2.0 have been designed to realize the aspirations of making all cities garbage free as well as water secure. Outlay for these missions, so if we have a look at SBM Urban, the outlay is 1.41 lakh crore rupees, whereas outlay for Amrut 2.2 is 2.87 lakh crore rupees. Ministry of Labour and Employment, in partnership with Microsoft India, has launched Digi Saksham program. It is a digital skills program to increase the employability of youth. By imparting them with digital skills, Digi Saksham will be implemented in the field of Aga Khan Rural Support Program India, that is AKRSP1. Digi Kisan is going to be implemented in that field to benefit more than 3 lakh youths in the first year. In this initiative, National Career Service Portal is going to be launched to access the training on topics like JavaScript, data visualization, advanced Excel, HTML, programming languages, introduction to coding and other such things. Union Ministry of Law and Justice, Shri Kiran Rijiju ji, has inaugurated the first Sports Arbitration Center of India at Ahmedabad in Gujarat. SACI is going to be promoted by Ahmedabad-based SE Trans Stadia Private Limited, and all legal backing is going to be provided by Ministry of Law and Justice. So in this, it's going to serve as an independent body to track the disputes in the sports sector and also serve as a mechanism to redress issues related to sports. Air Chief Marshal Vivek Ram Chaudhary ji has assumed the charge as the new Chief of Air Staff. So the earlier Chief of Air Staff, that was RKS Bhaduria ji, his term period was ended on 29th of September, and 30th of September Vivek Ram Chaudhary ji took over. Air Marshal Sandeep Singh ji has been appointed as the Vice Chief of Air Staff for the Indian Air Force recently. National Basketball Association (NBA) has named Bollywood actor Ranveer Singh ji as its brand ambassador on the 75th anniversary of NBA. Amish Patel has been appointed as the new Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the rating agency CRISIL with effect from 1st of October. US India Business Council USIBC has chosen Shiv Nadar and Mallika Srinivasan as the recipient of 2021 Global Leadership Award. Shiv Nadar ji is the founder and chairperson of HCL Technologies Limited, and in IIFL ratings he was ranked at the 3rd spot. Mallika Srinivasan is the chair and managing director of Tractors and Farm Equipment Limited or TAFA Limited. Both are going to be honored at 2021 India Ideas Summit, which is going to be organized from 6th to 7th of October. And USIBC, if we have a look, US India Business Council, the current president is Nisha Desai. Nisha Desai is the current president of USIBC. Delhi-based environmental organization Legal Initiative of Forest and Environment has been felicitated with 2021 Right Livelihood Award, which is an international honor which is also known as Sweden's Alternative Nobel Prize. Apart from this, there were 3 other awardees. From India we have Life, but others were Cameroonian women rights activist Marthe Wandu, Russian environmental activist Vladimir Slivak, and Canadian indigenous rights defender Freda Hewson. These are the other 3 recipients. These awards were established in 1980 by Jacob von Axel to honor and support those who offer practical and exemplary contribution in fields of environmental protection, in fields of human rights, sustainable development, in field of health, in field of education, and majorly those sectors which are not included in the Nobel list. That is why these are known as alternative Nobel Prizes. The cash prize in this is 1 million Swedish kroners. 1 million Swedish kroners, and the long-term support is given to highlight and expand these laureates. Industrial Security Agreement Summit between India and USA had happened recently to frame a protocol for exchanging information between ministries of defense in both the countries. They decided to also establish Indo-US Industrial Security Joint Working Group. World Bank has announced to support Chennai's Sustainable Urban Services Limited. World Bank has approved $150 million for the program of Chennai. It's going to be implemented in 4 urban services: water supply and sewage, mobility, health, and solid waste management. So, Tamil Nadu is going to transform Chennai into green, livable, and resilient towards climate change via this program. MOU has been signed between Regional Ayurveda Research Institute RARI and Sikkim Manipal University SMU. MOU was signed for having collaborative research in mutually identified domains and also promoting the research activities. Reserve Bank of India has set and mandated new auto debit rules. New auto debit rules have commenced from 1st of October to strengthen the safety and security of card transactions and protect the customers from fraudulent transactions, therefore enhancing the experience of customers. So as per the new rules, there's not going to be any automatic recurring payment for various services including utility bills, recharge of mobile phones, DTH, OTT, because additional factor of authentication has become mandatory. So AFA has been made mandatory and therefore no recurring payments for these is going to happen. Banks will have to inform customers in advance about any recurring payments due to the transactions, and they are going to be conducted by getting a nod from the customer itself. In case it is above 5,000, banks are supposed to send OTP, otherwise OTP will not be. Any customers have an option, that is they can opt out from particular transaction or they can permit the regular or recurring payment. First pink ball day and night test match took place between India and Australian women team at Carrara Oval in Queensland in Australia. Indian opener Smriti Mandhana ji was the first Indian woman to score a century in this match. The team of Indian cricket team was led by Mithali Raj. 56th National Cross Country Championship will be held in 2022 and is going to be hosted by Nagaland. This is the first ever national athletics event which is going to be hosted by the state of Nagaland. Current Chief Minister of Nagaland is Neiphiu Rio and the current Governor of Nagaland is Jagdish Mukhiji. Indian men's table tennis team has won bronze medal at the Asian Table Tennis Championship organized recently. The world's largest national flag made of khadi was inaugurated in Leh, Ladakh, inaugurated by Lieutenant Governor R.K. Mathurji on the account of 152nd anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi ji. This tricolor is 225 feet long, 225 feet in length and 150 feet in width. So length and width being 225 and 150. Its weight is approximately 1000 kilograms and it was prepared by 57 Engineer Regiment of the Indian Army. White Onion of Alibag has received a geographical indication tag recently. The iconic Indian comic book cartoon character Chacha Chaudhary ji, whose brain works faster than computer, has been declared as official mascot for the centrally sponsored Namami Gange program. The outlay for the program is 2.26 crore dedicated to the project. The comics are going to be launched in Hindi, English as well as Bengali languages, and they have tied up for this with Diamond Toons, who are the publisher of Chacha Chaudhary comics, to conceptualize, develop and distribute new comics, release e-comics as well as animated videos featuring this cartoon. With this, we'll be winding up the segment of the day, and I hope this session has been helpful. We'll see you in the next video. Have a great day ahead, all of you.